What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. But this video is entitled A Good F versus a Good Fit. You know, people are getting in relationships with people, and it's the person that you want to have sex with who beats out the person that's a good fit for you. So you got people attracted to sex and not compatibility. So what happens? A lot of these complaints are because you met somebody who was a good fit for you, but what you chose was somebody who is a good fit sexually. You know, somebody who turned you on is worth more, or is valued more as somebody who can who you can have an actual good relationship with. So here's the problem. You know, everybody's complaining about certain things, but some of these things are very obvious in my personal opinion. Some people are attracted to body types. And you're trying to find a balance between attractiveness and a good fit. But what happens is the more attractive a person is, the less they have to fit with you, because you're really dating them for sexual gratification. You're not dating them for companionship. So you hear people saying things like, you know, I just don't like them. Truth be told, you're just not attracted to them like you're attracted to the other people. So now what? You know, because if you think about it, we're quick when it comes to sleeping with somebody that we're attracted to. But somebody we're compatible with, it takes time. You know, even when people are trying to be more serious and they try to get married or court, you really don't want to sleep with a person that you're compatible with on the first night because you don't want to blow it. Right? But people are trying to force relationships with people that you just want sex from. You know, they got a banging body, so I want to bang their body. So because I want to do it again and again and again, now I want to be in a relationship with them to have sexual access. You know, which causes a problem, because that person will realize that you're only in it for sex, and they may not want to be your sexual object. And here's the other thing about that part is, you know, there are a lot of people who are sexually compatible, and they know it can go no further than that. And some people realize they don't want to be somebody's sexual object. They want to be something more, but being a sexual object is all they're getting. So they wind up settling to be a sexual object for a certain amount of time, and then they're looking for somebody that they're more compatible with later. You know, because we're all suckers for certain things. Some people are suckers for skin tone. Some people are suckers for height. Some people are suckers for body types, or more so body parts. You know, if a person has a certain body part, the way you like it, it overlooks everything. You know, case in point, I like girls with nice butts. But a lot of guys, if she's small, if she's skinny, or she's small, some guys will overlook her because, she's just, you know, she ain't got enough. Without thinking, well, if I take a look, she's working with something for her size. She's got a nice butt. Like, it doesn't, but we have these stereotypes of what we want. Like, you know, to have a nice butt, it got to be like gargantuan, you know, but it doesn't. It has to be nice. You know what I'm saying? Some people like big breasts. Not really a breast man like that. But what happens when you don't you take you don't take into consideration big doesn't necessarily mean nice, because they're big in the bra. They might not be big. They might not be sitting up like that when the bra comes off. So but you're attracted to that. Same thing with the women. They can overlook guys because they have a fetish for certain body types, or guys may have tattoos and they like tattoos, so they're a sucker for that. Like, people have all of these turn-ons and fetishes that mean more to them than the actual relationships. So what happens? After so many sexual encounters, you get burnt out. Maybe you get burnt. Depends. But you put yourself out there in so many ways that now, all of a sudden, you don't have much to show for it. So now that you don't have much to show for it, you want companionship, but but you're not really attracted to companionship. So this is what happens when people say, they quote unquote standards lowered. Their standards didn't really lower. Their physical standards lowered. But because they were looking for more substance, more characteristics that can maintain a relationship. So because that happened, they are looking for something different, so they're attracted to something different. Because there comes a point where, looks can only take you so far. And what I mean by that is, there's certain people who are attractive, and as the older you get, it gets old when attraction is your bread and butter. I'm fine, so you like me. And then people are like, that's it. Like, you have you bring nothing else to a relationship, but you fine. And here's the other thing about that. This is when people think about youth, because when people date younger, sometimes that's about attraction, sexual attraction, and sometimes it's more so the people in your age group are jaded, so they're too jaded to be good companions. So you have to go into a whole different dating pool. Sometimes that's part of interracial dating too. People are so jaded that you got to date outside of your race because you get tired of meeting people who have nothing but miserable stories to talk about, which is a problem. So, you have your people who are dating for sex, and people who are dating for relationships. So when sex runs out, because I forgot to say this, some people are driven by their sex drive to the point that it sabotages all their relationships, and they can't help themselves. And until they meet that, they quench that thirst, it's going to always be an issue. But what winds up happening is that sexual vice becomes a nuisance, because you want somebody to be with you, but you can't keep it 100 with them, because the nightlife is calling. So now you're stuck. So you see people who their attraction really torpedoes the companionship that they're looking for. So what are you going to do? And then people forget, some people age gracefully, and some people look better with age, and some people look worse with age. So sometimes what you're attracted to now won't be so attractive later, and what you aren't attracted to now will be very attractive later, but you're not really in a space to be able to get what you might be looking for at a different space, because sex is an impulsive thing. I want it. I want you. Companionship is like more of a long term thing, but you can't date looking for companionship when you're trapped in attraction, and you can't, but you also can't be looking for companionship without a base standard of what's attractive to you. So just putting that out there. Peace.